Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. What's going on, everybody? Armand here with a huge update video for tonight. So, as of 2.5 hours ago, I don't even have a watch. As of 2.5 hours ago, Dodge Challenger revealed the Demon. That's it. Everything, all the teaser videos, all the reaction videos, all the rumors have all been solved tonight. Now, if you have any really big and troubling questions, you can go on their website, ifyouknowyouKnow.com, and watch the 1.5-hour video. They made a huge event out of it, but that's not what I'm going to be talking about tonight. I wanted to go over what we know about the Dodge Challenger Demon. No bullshit. This is pure fact. This is what they released in the video. I'm just summarizing it. First off, it is a street legal car, just as everybody suspected it to be. Nobody really wondered if it wasn't going to be street legal, but they have specified this by saying that it's going to be insured by Hagerty Insurance, which I haven't heard about that insurance company. It's not prevalent in my region, but they say that that will be an insurance company, will definitely cover Dodge Challenger Demons. I don't know if any other insurance company is going to cover it, but for now, that one is guaranteed to cover. They haven't mentioned anything about premiums, although I wouldn't be surprised if they were in the $500 range. I don't know, just throwing it out there. I have no idea. They didn't specify that. The second thing we know, of course, is that it's going to be a lighter car. They trimmed it a little bit over 200 pounds from different areas. And yes, the passenger seat and the rear seat have been removed. But Dodge Challenger mentioned, the CEO and the president, he mentioned that if you pay $1, from what was understood, you could get back those seats, just $1. I don't know if he just mentioned that as a figure, like, oh, you can pay dollars to get it back, or literally it's just $1 to get the passenger seat. I don't know about that, but you can get those back in the car. And that's something he specified and went into depth in on the video, and that is that this car is very customizable. So you can get a Harman Kardon sound system, you can get everything you want. In terms of like heated and ventilated seats, that's not going to be standard, and a passenger seat and a rear seat, you can get all those options into the car. So it's as daily driver as you want and as drag track car as you want too. So it's up to you what kind of car you want. You specify that when you're ordering it, which is kind of cool because I expected this car to maybe have the option of having a passenger and a rear seat, but I didn't think anything about like the heated ventilator. I thought that was out the window. I didn't even think they would put that in the option, but it's nice that they're giving people who want to daily drive this car an actual car to daily drive, especially for the price tag. Okay, so Hagerty Insurance, lighter weight. They released that it's going to be skinny tires at the front and huge, large NATO tires in the back, drag rail radials, the first production car to have drag radials, but we already knew that. This is all based on teaser videos. They kind of, in the beginning, you can actually, if you watch the video, fast forward to the last 15 minutes and you'll get all the info you need. But the first few minutes, they go over like the introductions and the big show and everything. And then they go through all the teaser trailers. They talk about them and all the info. So most of this info you probably know if you've been on top of the Dodge Challenger Demon. But it will be skinny tires up front and then wide drag radial NATO tires in the back. Now, another thing that they didn't really put in the teaser trailer, and that is that this car will literally lift off the ground in the front. Vin Diesel, badass, Fast and the Furious style, lift up in the front, not to the extent where you're like Vin Diesel crashed on Jason Statham's car bad, but you will be up in the air for a good probably 3 seconds is what he was saying. As the force is launched into the back, he said upwards of like 1,000 to 2,000 pounds was launched backwards in the very first few seconds. 1.5 G's of force are pushing you into the back seat in the very first few seconds. So the car will lift off, and if you watch the video, they show how the car literally lifts on the stage when they're presenting it to people. And that's pretty badass because I've never seen that in a car aside from Fast and Furious. Along with the suspension lifting the front of the car up, it will have reinforced shocks in the back that can take the extra stress, and at the same time they can rebound pretty quickly so that you stay back forward so you don't launch off and you need to have those little wheels in the back to keep you stable. So that's pretty cool. But some of that stuff we already knew. Now, stuff that we didn't know he went into later in the video. Now, it will have 8 pounds of boost before you even hit the gas. So that's preloaded as you're at the starting line. He said that within 6 feet of the starting line of the drag strip, you're going to have full boost in the car. Now, the Supercharger has been upgraded. I believe the Hellcat had a 2.4 liter Supercharger. This has a 2.7 liter Supercharger, and it produces 14.5 PSI of boost. So, within 6 feet of the starting line, it is presumed that you'll have 14.5 total pound-feet of boost to push you back as you accelerate, which is awesome. And the transmission locks the input and output shaft so that you can preload the engine before you launch off the line. Now, in the last few teaser videos, videos, they mentioned how the air conditioning would be redirected into the intake manifold, which would provide for cooler temperatures around 45 degrees. And he had mentioned in the Dodge Challenger reveal video how when your opponent is dealing with Florida temperatures, you're dealing with Alaska temperatures. Now, colder air is always better for the intake because it allows for better compression, more oxygen, more fuel. So it's perfect. In addition, in the last teaser video, they mentioned how the car would have race fuel, which you can click the button and then you can use race fuel, which allows for more horsepower. Now for the interesting parts. Here are the numbers you and I have been waiting for since January. 0 to 30 in 1 second. You heard that correctly. Turn up the volume. 0 to 30 in 1 second. 0 to 60. Wait for it. 2.3 seconds.
2.3 seconds.
2.3 seconds. That is the quickest production car ever made. Beats the Tesla. Beats the Bugatti. Beats the GTR. This thing is the bomb shit. You heard that correctly. And I know that I'm super excited for it because 2.3 seconds is unbelievable. Do you realize how much this car weighs? 2.3 seconds is unbelievable for this car. So you're going to be accelerating in 1 second, 30 miles an hour. In 2.3 seconds, 60 miles per hour. Okay, what about the 0 to 100 time? 0 to 100 in 5.1 seconds. Also, the quickest in any production car. You can clearly see Dodge was meaning to kick everybody else in the balls with this car. Now for the quarter mile time. It's for the goodies. A quarter mile in 9.65 seconds. It's a sub 10-second car. People are raving about the Hellcat in the 10s, really more like the 11s. It's a 9.65 quarter mile time. It is certified by the NHRA, which is the National Hot Rod Association. In fact, it is so quick, the Dodge claims this is why the NHRA has banned the car from racing on the drag strip. In terms of like competition wise, you can still take it to any drag strip you have and race it. That's not illegal, but they are not letting it put times on because it's too fast. It's too goddamn fast. I don't even understand it entirely. I don't get how you can ban a car from doing car races, but you can apparently because that's how fast this car is. It will reach this quarter mile at 140 miles per hour, which is crazy. I believe the Hellcat was like 120, maybe 112 if I'm not mistaken. 140 quarter mile of 9.65 seconds. Now, for the horsepower. Vin Diesel comes out at the end, the very last 5 minutes, and he mentions the car will have 840 horsepower. Heard that correctly, 840 horsepower, and the torque, 770 pound-feet of torque. What else can they pack into this car? I can't scream any louder, folks. This is crazy. This is a car to kick everybody else in the balls. This is to prove that you have the fastest, the quickest, the most amazing car ever built. This car really is one for the history books, and it's no joke. It really is. It even comes with a leather-bound instruction manual. They'll tell you how to do your car, how to tune it, how to do everything, how to take it to the drag strip. It's a leather bound and it'll show you everything you need to know about your car. So this is clearly a car that's personalized for you, and it's meant to go in the history books as the quickest production car ever made. This is the car as a kid, when you go through those instruction manuals, and you go through those car manuals, and you go through Car and Driver and Motor Trend, and you want to know everything about every single car, and you see this was, in 2017, the fastest or the quickest production car, and you remember that car, because years later, people will talk about it. For years and years, people will talk about this car. And you know, they even mentioned this in the video. They weren't lying about it. Their marketing is amazing. They mentioned how searches for Dodge Challenger have gone up like 30% since they started releasing the teaser videos. Dodge.com has been visited more and more times than they ever imagined. And the YouTube videos for their teaser videos have skyrocketed. This is amazing for the brand, and this means that if they are able to collect enough profit and money for this car, who knows where the hell they're going to take this company. Because if they're already doing it with what they have today, if they're able to produce more revenue, if they're able to sell more SXTs just because they have the Demon, and they're able to sell more Challengers, this brand really is on the right track to doing things successfully. And they are the prime example of what is good marketing. Aside from the tangent, there's a few things we still don't know about the Dodge Challenger Demon. And I'm sure it's probably a few Google searches away, but for now we don't know what that is. And those three things are, number one, we don't know the price. People are thinking it might be below $100,000. I think that's probably where it's going to land. I don't think they're going to go over 100,000 mile mark, which is crazy because a GTR, to get even 2.5 0.50 to 60, you got to pay at least $150,000 for the Nismo model. And any regular GTR is around 2.9, which is still crazy fast. And that's a track car. They're separate cars. I understand that. But I'm just letting you know that the market is opening up for affordable, amazing, powerful muscle cars. The second thing we don't know is the top speed. They didn't really mention that. Now we're suspecting, of course, over 200 miles an hour without a doubt. With 840 horsepower, that's easy. But they haven't mentioned that yet. I'm sure in the next few weeks they'll be revealing that information, especially since it's coming out at the New York Auto Show this Thursday or Friday, and it's revealed in the Fast and the Furious movie, so I'm sure we'll know by this weekend what the price is and what the top speed is. Now, the third thing we don't know, and nobody really cares about this, is the EPA fuel economy. We know it's probably going to be in the single digits, but maybe if you're driving it normally, which why the hell would you ever drive this car normally, you might get in the teens, just like the Hellcat did. But anyway, that's pointless. I don't even know why I mentioned it. I'm sorry. Nobody gives a shit. So thank you guys so much for watching. I wanted to make this on the day the video came out. That's why it's dark and pitch black as shit outside. But I wanted to reveal this video for you guys because I know some of you have been subscribing to my videos, have been really wanting to know more info about the Dodge Challenger Demon. So I wanted to bring that content to you guys before the dusk goes over the city and it's too dark for me to make videos. And it's too late by tomorrow morning because everybody's been talking about it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I wanted to make a quick video, let you guys know if you're stopping in for the first time, please check out my other videos. They're going to be popping up on the right-hand side or left-hand side for you. And please subscribe if you enjoy the content. Like, share. Let me know what you guys think. Are you going to be putting in an order for a Dodge Challenger Demon? If I had the money, you bet your ass I would be putting my order in because this is just bragging rights to the extreme. You've got balls of steel if you own this car. Maybe you're overcompensating, but that's beyond the point. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you guys in the next video. Take care.